Today I am going to discuss the topic of more and mill emissions. Okay, so in the first unit, this is the last topic, more and mill emissions. Here, in the finite automata, we will be having with output and also without output. So without output is nothing but NFA, DFA, NFA with epsilon. All this comes under the without output. Whereas coming to with output, more and mill emissions are with output here. Okay. So when there is a requirement of more than one output and two responses, then we go with a finite automata with two outputs here. So those are nothing but more and mill emissions. So in the more mission, what we are going to do is, see here, in more, the output is associated with the states. Okay, so here always in the more mission, the output should be associated with the states. Both more and mill emissions are denoted with the 6 tuples here. Whereas in the finite automata, you will be having 5 tuples, and where in more mission or the Mealy mission you will be having 6 tuples. So what is the output symbol at a given time depends upon only on the present state of the mission. That is the main point here. So the output symbol at a given time always depends only on the present state of the mission. So here, what are the 6 symbols you are having is Q is nothing but a set of states, and sigma is nothing but the input symbols, and delta is nothing but the transition function or the transition state here, that is Q into sigma tends to Q. Okay, and QS is the starting state, and one more function will be there, that is delta, we can say that is the output alphabet. It may be 0 or 1, and lambda also will be there, that is the output transition. Okay, so here in place of final state in the automata, you will be having the, in place of final state in the automata, you will be having the delta and also lambda, where delta is the output alphabet and lambda is the output transition. So here both the more and mill emissions are always deterministic in nature. Okay, so here in this, what we are going to do is, the length of the string is n, means then it gives you the n plus 1 as the output here. Okay, so it gives you n plus 1 as a output here. Suppose if you want to construct a more mission for a ones complement of the number. So suppose if you take 0, 1, 0. What is the ones complement of the number? 1, 0, 1 should be the output here. Okay, so that's what we are going to take. So that means more mission for one's complement if you want to construct. So I already told you the output is associated with the states, not with the transitions. So here I have given it as A of 0. Okay, so B is 1. So if you give the input as 0, what is the output you are going to get? 1 you should get. So that will be connected to B. If you give the input as 1, what you should get? What you should get? You should get the output as 0. So if you take the self loop within A, so as 1, okay. So here what you are going to do? If you take the self loop within this particular mission here, see, if you give the input as 1, what is that you are going to get? 0. If you give the input as 0, what is that you are going to get? 1. So that means if you give the input as 0, you should get 1. If you give the input as 1, you should get 0. Okay, so that's what you are going to construct the more mission. So that is how to construct the more mission. So transition table for the more mission is, see here, A on 0 is going to where? B. Okay, what is the output associated with the A? 0. B on 0 is going to where? B on 0 is going to where? B. B on 1 is going to where? A. What is the output associated with the B? That is 1. Okay, so that's what lambda is, nothing but the output associated with that particular state. Okay, so see here, 1 0 0 1 0. So is the string I am going to take. A on 1 is going to where? A on 1 is going to where? A on 1 is going to A. A on 0 is going to B. B on 0 is going to B. And B on 1 is going to A. Okay. And A on 0 is going to B. So what is the output associated with here? What is the output you should get if you give the string as 1, 0, 0, 1, 0? You should get 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. You should get. So that's what you are getting or not? Yes. So while converting from more to melee, there is no change in the number of states or the number of transitions. If you want to convert from more mission to melee mission, there will not be any change in the number of states or the number of transition. So coming to the melee mission here. Now more mission I told you. Coming to the melee mission. So what is melee mission is the output associated with the transitions. Previously I told you in the more mission the output is associated with the states. In the melee mission the output is associated with the transition. Okay. So here a melee mission is nothing but a mission in which the output symbol always depends upon the present input symbol and the present state of the mission. The same tuples will be there. Whatever the tuples you are having in the more mission, the same number of tuples will be there in the melee mission. That is Q, sigma, delta, and also one more delta is there, lambda and QS. Okay. And here see, all this is a melee mission for the ones complement. See here, always the output is associated with the transitions, not with the state. Suppose if you take a Q naught, okay. So Q naught on A, okay. If you give the input as A, so what is the output you are going to get? 0. If you give the input as B here, what is the output you are going to get? 1. If you give the input as A, what is the output you are going to get? 1. Okay. So that's what we are going to mention here. Always the output is associated with the transition. See here, transition table. See, Q naught on A is going to where? Q naught. Q naught on B is going to where? Q1. Q1 on A is going to where? Q1. Q1 on B is going to where? Q naught. So Q naught on A is going to, what is the output you are going to get? 0. Q naught on B, 1. Q1 on A, 1. Q1 on B, 0. So here, how the table will be seen in this particular melee mission. So Q naught on state A, what is the output you are going to get is 0. Q naught on state Q naught on B going to Q1. What is the output? 1. Q1 on A. What is the output? 1. And the state is Q1. Q1 on B here. So what is that you are going to get? Q naught. And the output is 0. So that is more mission and also the melee mission. So here more mission and melee mission differences will be there. So main difference is the output is associated with the states in the more mission, whereas in the melee mission the output is associated with the transition. So in the more mission only it depends upon the present state and the independent of the input. Whereas in the melee mission, always the output depends upon the present state and the present input. So input length of the string is n and the output string length is n plus 1. Okay. So if you convert from melee to more, then the states may be increased. From melee to more, if you want to convert, the states may be increased. Whereas if you want to convert from more to melee, then the number of states will be, there is no change in the number of states. So note this point here, that is, if you want to convert from melee to more, then the states may be increased. Whereas if you want to convert from more to melee, there is no change of the states. So this more mission will react slower than the melee missions. And This is faster compared to more mission and easy to design, and it is very difficult to design the Mealy mission. So more to Mealy mission. So conversion of more mission to Mealy mission. See here, this is a more mission or not? How can you observe that it is a more mission? Because the output is associated with the states, not with the transitions. So what I have to do, I have to convert this into Mealy mission. So first what I have to do, I have to draw the transition table for the Mealy mission. So what is that? A on 0. So always what we are going to do is output should be associated with the stage that is in the more mission. So here what I have to do, if I give the input as 1, what I have to get the output as 0. If I give the input as 0, what is that I have to get output as 1. If I give the input as 0, I should get the output as 1. If I give the input as 1, I should get the output as 0 here. Okay. Coming to the Mealy to more here, while converting from Mealy to more, so there may be a change of the number of states here. So Mealy mission is the transition table is this one. So A on 0 is going to A and the output is 0. A on 0, A on 1 is going to B and the output is 1. Okay. So that's what the diagram we have drawn here. So B on 0 is going to B and the output is 0. B on 1 is going to C and the output is 0. C on 0 is going to A and the output is 0. C on 1 is going to D and the output is 1. C on 0 is going, D on 0 is going to C and the output is 1. D on 1 is going to D and the output is 1 here. So here Mealy number of states. In the Mealy mission, the number of states are A, B, C and D. Okay. So what is the output here? What is the output here for A? For C, we have to see this particular transition. What is the input A means? What is the output you are getting? 0 only you are getting. Okay. So A0 on A0 and the more state is also A. Only one state will be there. Suppose here B and also 1 is there. B0 output is there. B1 output is there. So we have to divide this into number of states here. If it is 0, it is B0. If it is 1, it is B1. Again, C with 0 is there and C with 1 is there. Again, we have to divide that. C0 and C1. Again, see here. D with only 1 is there. So that is the single state here. Then what we are going to do? See here. A on 0 is going to where? A. A on 1 is going to where? B1. Okay, we have to mention it as B1. What is the output here? 0. B on 0 is going to where? B0. And B0 on 1 is going to where? C0 here. Okay. So output is 0. So like this, we have to divide B0, B1, C0, C1, and also D here. So and draw the diagram what we are having. This is the transition table, no? So based on this transition table, we are going to draw the diagram for the more mission. See here, B0 on 0 is going to B0. B0 on 1 is going to C0. Okay. So what is the output here? 0. B1 on 0 is going to B by giving an input as 1. It is going to B0. Okay. And again, next B1 on 1 is going to C0 and output is 1. So we have to divide the states. Now how many states we got in this particular more mission? 6 states we got in the more mission. So as I told you, the number of states will be increased. The number of states will be increased if you consider the more mission to Mealy mission to more mission conversion. Whereas if you want to convert from more to Mealy, the number of states will not be changed. If you want to convert from Mealy to more, the number of states may increase here. Okay. So that's what the statement you have to remember in the more and Mealy emission. So that's all about the more and the Mealy emission, more to Mealy conversion and Mealy to more conversion.